Hey guys, what's up? Raptor7717 here, and my camera thinks an AK-47 is a face. Anyway, since I'm still out of video ideas, I thought I would review this thing which I picked up from a dollar store. And it is obviously a fake Lego set. This is Bestlock Construction Toys. Build a lot, pay a little. I should say play a little, but whatever. Works with other brands. We're not going to name any names, but it is 100% compatible. And it's 100% compatible with itself. Those both say Bestlock on them. Apparently, or something. Oh, it's also an official licensed product of the US Army, which I think is really funny. I'm not sure if the US Army uses this type of equipment. It's 120 pieces. Built everything you see at once. Does it build it for me? What? And so it builds a motorcycle, a person, another person, a jeep, and a howitzer of some kind. Warning, choking hazard, so there's a under 3 years, and a sad onion there and stuff. Yeah. So, let's look around the side. I can't read that. Oh, compatible with other brands again. Okay. So yeah, this is an official licensed product of the US Army. And, blah blah blah, by federal law, licensing paid to the U.S. Army, blah blah blah. Net licensing revenue is devoted to the U.S. Army morale, welfare, and recreation programs. Model design and development in Canada and Germany, made in China. Yeah. Well, good to know that the funds that aren't going to German, Canadian, and Chinese workers are going to the U.S. Army, right? Okay. Let's see, look at the back again. There's really nothing else. Army strong. Hopefully that means the toy is actually durable. You have all these different blocks, which yield a cannon, a howitzer, a jeep, a motorcycle, a motorcycle of some kind, and 4 various weapons. I'm not sure the U.S. Army has standard issue RPGs. They seem more like I don't know, some type of foreign soldier. Not U.S. Army soldiers, but I don't know. Little tape on the sides. Let's just cut that open. Open up the box. Okay. I'm just going to leave my hands away now. I'm just going to see a static shot of a box. Pull it open. Should probably pull it open the other way. Oh yes, this is familiar. Interesting. Those parts are much more, nothing else in the excuse me. Nothing else in the box. It looks like a sheet of stickers. Oh, they actually come out. It's so strange. It's not actually a sticker meant to fit on a block. That's weird. These pieces are actually much darker than I thought. They look fairly sand colored on the box. Here they're I don't know what you describe that as. Interesting. Oh yes, and the 2 men appear to have already been made, even though I think on the back of the box it's something, it says, yeah, it says 10 pieces. So, I assumed it was 100 pieces for all this stuff and 10 pieces for these guys, but these guys appear to be already built. So, if I didn't already put my knife away, because I'm an idiot. Let's see if I can just poke that through and cut it out. Which is completely off camera, so you have no idea if I actually did that or not, or just opened it by magic or something. Yes, there the hideous men are. I'll show you the soldier first. Focus. There he is. He's got a hideous little nose. I don't know why I said little with an accent like that. His hands do turn. That's quite nice. His legs are interesting. His head is quite bulbous. This arm seems frozen. It's much more difficult to use effectively. His head turns. His helmet turns, rather. His head turn? Oh god, what have I done? Did I just rub that off? Or was that already rubbed off? It doesn't. I failed to see how I could rub it off in that particular pattern. I think it's supposed to be highlights, and his head does not turn. I pulled his legs out trying to take his head off. So yeah, well, his head's on fairly sturdy. it's also picking up that it's a head. No, it's not. It's picking up that his chest is a face. That's weird. And this guy looks... Oh, I wonder if this guy's head will turn. Yes, it does. Commander's head turns. And this guy is virtually indistinguishable, other than the fact that he wears a hat, not a helmet. So yes, I'd assume he's basically the same. Okay, well, I don't really want to show me building this thing on camera, so I'll cut back to it afterwards. Okay, so we're done building it here. We have some examples over here which I'll get to in a minute, or comparisons rather. So first thing I'll talk about is the figures, which I've already talked about kind of, but they have weapons, and decided to give the soldier the AK-47. Looks kind of like an AK-47. The officer, obviously a handgun of some type, unknown make. There's also a shotgun and a rocket-propelled grenade of some kind. There we go. So you can see those. The weapons are fairly weird, soft plastic. I actually have bent the barrel of the AK-47 over almost entirely, and they were made. They came on this weird sprue, which is different for a Lego rip-off product. Just a interesting concept. Like I said, these guys are almost the same color I expected them to be. They're almost the same color that they are in the box. But these are a much darker color. Yeah, much darker sand color. I'd call it a khaki type color more than a sand color, which is what they appears to be on the box. I didn't put any of the stickers on because I didn't really feel like it. So I have a couple problems with the instructions. First of all, it gets mixed up what parts go where. Like, see if you can see down there, this particular part has a little hole in the stud right there, and these ones do not. It gets which ones have holes mixed up upon occasion, so you have to look out for that. And it does not tell you how to build the motorcycle. Would have to be kind of not know what you're doing at all to not figure out how to build the motorcycle, but still I don't see why they didn't give you that ability. There seems to be no optimal position to position hands. You don't seem to ride. He rides it alright, I guess. No way he'd fire it with an AK-47. It stands up alright as well. There doesn't really seem to be an optimal position to put anyone in this Jeep either. You can see it's got kind of seats there that are not actually seats, and so you can kind of set your guys in there, but it doesn't have doors or anything, which is disappointing now that all Lego cars have doors. Oops. Yeah, in building this I have discovered something. The terms Best Lock and Army Strong don't apply to these things at all, because they're not that strong and they don't fit together very well. Certainly not the best lock of any toy I've ever seen. Yeah, maybe that's just my crap building skills. Oh wait, no it's not. I have built all those and they're just fine. It's also got kind of a tailgate action going on here that doesn't really work very well. Lights, the detail's fairly nice for what they have. They have a bunch of weird pieces that Lego things don't have, and I guess that's alright. I like the fact that it has a bumper and stuff. You can put stuff in the back, I guess. Kind of goes with the Indiana Jones Jeeps they had a while back. Anyway, the howitzer is kind of disappointing, especially when you don't put any of the camouflage on it. It just looks weird. In fact, I think the camouflage is this color. You can't see that, but the color that the thing is on the box, and this is not, which would make the camouflage a bit weird putting on it. But it doesn't. It's very stubby. It doesn't actually look too much like a cannon, I guess. I mean, for what it's worth, this guy could probably use it. But I don't see how this is the end of a cannon either. This camera type thing. but it went together fairly nicely. Yeah, these weapons, you can see on the box, if you were paying attention earlier, the RPG barely looks right, and the shotgun really doesn't look right at all in the thing's hands. Characters. People's hands, or whatever. I should have brought a Lego motorcycle, I realized this, but I didn't. So I have some other things to compare this to. The first one is Lego Master Chief over here. So here's Master Chief, and here is this guy. So they're about the same height, as you can see, if it focuses ever. Come on, focus. Okay, there we go. They're about the same height, if you can see that. His arms are a bit longer and his legs are a bit stubbier than a Lego Man's. He obviously has more detail on the face. He's got a nose and such, and obviously Lego figures do not. Helmet's not too much. He's actually a fairly, a fairly accurate looking Lego man. He could probably blend into the background of Lego figures fairly well. If I move this up, you can see Lego legs are a bit longer. Not sure why that is. Anyway, that's a Lego guy. I've already mentioned that these don't go together nearly as well as the actual Lego sets, or even this other fake Lego set that I reviewed a while back. It's a police boat. Anyway, here's this guy, who's a similar make. Actually, not at all. This guy looks much more like a Lego, although they do blend in, as their arms are actually of similar length. If you look at them, their arms are of similar length. They both have assault rifles. I gotta say I prefer this guy's assault rifles. I mean, this guy's is pointing over here. This guy's assault rifles. To this, there's obviously more detail in the face and such than other fake Lego things. But yeah, the detail on this guy looks much better, though. He looks much more like a soldier than this guy looks like a policeman. But I guess that's just something that happens. This boat over here, this fake Lego boat, is much more sturdy. Went together much better. Fits together much better than this fairly flimsy Jeep did. The pieces, for what they're worth, do seem like sturdy pieces, but they don't fit together very well, and etc. And this is a Mega Bloks Bradley, which I got a while back. It's a really old set. I've lost some pieces and it's broken and stuff. But this is what I expected the set to be like. I expected it to be this color. I expected it to be able to blend in with this Bradley. And as it kind of does, but it really doesn't. I mean, I guess you could sit these guys there and pretend they go together or something. So, yeah. As far I know, Bestlock has some other interesting sets like this as well. They have an LAV type vehicle, and I believe they have a tank or something, or they could just be the same set. I'm getting them confused. Anyway, yeah. Excuse me. As far as fake Lego goes, this is not the best of sets in the world. You could probably do far better. But you can still probably have fun with it, and it's not that expensive for what it's worth. So, yes, bye.